Good afternoon, children. Now I'm explaining you this video because due to network problem, this one is not being clear to you. So I am sending my video, and you go through the video and then study it and show me your work. I have explained you the probability. Now this is for rotational symmetry. We have to discuss few terms. The first one is symmetry. What is symmetry? Actually, symmetry is the condition in which any object, when placed over another thing, another part, it will cover it completely. For example, you can see this hand. Okay, if we place it in this way, they are not in the form of symmetry because it will not cover each other. But if I will place, these two portions are being left. You can see over here. But if we will place it in this way, then we can say that it will cover each other completely. You can see. Now, this is called symmetry, you can say. So, we are having few letters also over here. For example, if you can say it is a line A, alphabet A can have symmetry. If we draw a line with this vertex in this way, so if this portion when placed over this portion, or if this portion will be placed over this portion, they will cover each other completely. Or you can think of another alphabet H. If you place a line over here in this way, then this portion when placed over this one, then it will cover it completely. Just in the middle we have to write down, we have to draw a line. It is called line of symmetry. Okay. Now, in this class 8, we have to study rotational symmetry. So, what is rotational symmetry? It means that if we will rotate any figure with a given angle, then we again get the same figure. For example, if you draw an equilateral triangle at an angle of 120 degree on the base of this point, which is the point of intersection of all the either angle bisector or perpendicular bisector or median. If we rotate this particular figure on the basis of this point at an angle of 120 degree, we will again get the same figure. Is it clear? So these are having the rotational symmetry. So rotational symmetry is a symmetry when we will rotate any figure to a given angle, then it will have the same figure again. So the definition of symmetry is clear to you that if any part of a figure is placed over another one on the basis of a line or on the basis of an angle, then it will cover each other completely or having the same previous figure. Here we are having line of symmetry and rotational symmetry. Both are clear to you now. Now rotation. The angle at which we move the object is called rotation. Center. What is center of rotation? The center of rotation is that the point from which we will rotate the particular figure. That is called center of rotation. To get the original figure again. For example, you can see in the equilateral triangle, the center of rotation is the angle bisector, point of intersection of angle bisector or perpendicular bisector or median. All are the same over here. In this equilateral triangle, they will always meet at the same point. So if we will rotate the particular figure from this point at a given angle, then it will obtain the original figure again. So it is called center of rotation. Angle of rotation with the angle with which we have to rotate to get the original figure. Here in the equilateral triangle, we have to rotate the figure with an angle of 120 degree. Now what is the order of symmetry? The order of symmetry is actually when we are having the complete angle, we are having 360 degree angle. A complete angle is called 360 degree. So, order of symmetry is the quotient of 360 degree and angle of rotation. In the case of equilateral triangle, it is order of symmetry is 3 over here. Because if we will divide 360 degree, we get by 120 degree, we get 3. Because angle of rotation for an equilateral triangle is 120 degree. So to find the order of symmetry, we will divide by 120. 360 will divide by 120 to get order of symmetry. Now we are going to discuss worksheet 1 of the rotational symmetry. You will see your questions and then you will try to understand it. Here in the first question, question number 1 of worksheet 1, it is being given that which figures have rotational symmetry about a marked point. Here the points are given and which of the figures are having rotational symmetry, that we have to find out. We see that in the figure number 1, if we rotate it with an angle of 90 degree, we can get the same figure. So it is having the rotational symmetry. Number 2 figure, if we rotate it with an angle of 180 degree, we again get the same figure. We always have to rotate the angle with an angle which is less than 360 degree. And number 3 figure, if we rotate with the point of 72 degrees, we get again the same figure. As per the conditions, number 4 figure is also having the rotational symmetry, but since it takes an angle of 360 degree to rotate itself to obtain the original position, so in this case we do not consider it in the form of rotational symmetry, because a figure which needs 360 degree to obtain the original position will not be considered as the rotational symmetry. So number 4 figure is not being considered for the rotational symmetry about that point. Now in question number 2, we have to find out the order of the rotational symmetry. As I have explained you earlier, that what is the order of rotational symmetry? It is the quotient of 360 degree and with the angle of rotation by which we can obtain the original position is order of symmetry. So in the figure number 1, if we rotate with that point, given point, at an angle of 90 degree, we get the original figure. And when we will divide 360 degree by 90 degree, we get order 4. In figure number 2, we are having the angle of rotation is 120 degree. If we rotate the figure by 120 degree, we get the original figure again. So this one is having the quotient of 360 degree and 120 degree, we get order 3. Similarly, in figure number 4 again, if we will rotate it about 90 degree, we get the same figure. So in figure number 3, we are having order of symmetry is 4. For question number 3, in this figure, again we have to consider the order of symmetry and we have to find out the figure which is having order more than 1. So number first one is having order, it is being a circle, so it is having infinite order. एक सर्कल के पास इनफाइनाइट ऑर्डर होता है, इसलिए एक से अधिक इसका ऑर्डर हो गया. Number 2 figure is not being considered because it have to taken with complete rotation of 360 degree to get the original figure. So it is having order 1. So it is not being considered. Number 3 figure is having order 4. When we will rotate it, then we can have sorry, in this figure number 1 we are having order 4 because the figure is being given in the form of circle, but in the form of circle we are having inside diameters intersecting each other. So this one is of having of order 4, figure number 1, and in figure number 3 we are having order again 4 because if we will rotate it by 90 degree we get the original figure. And figure number 4, the order is 3 because when we will rotate it with an angle of 120 degree, we get the particular figure again. For question number 4, we are having given a sign of symbol of swastik. As you will see at your home during Diwali and other puja vacations, puja etc., you will see that the swastik symbol is being given. So this swastik symbol, when rotate with an angle of 90 degree, it will get the original figure. So its angle of rotation is 90 degree and order of rotation with the quotient of 360 and 90 will be equal to 4. Now in worksheet 2. Worksheet 2 in question number 1, we have to find out the two figures which have both line symmetry and rotational symmetry. Since circle is having a figure which have both line symmetry and rotational symmetry, its each angle is angle of rotation is being considered because every angle has the same figure. Similarly, then its order will be infinite. A circle has infinite order and its every angle is an angle of rotation. Now, any regular polygon will be considered in this case also that it has both line symmetry and rotational symmetry. In 3 sides we can take for regular polygon equilateral triangle. In 4 sides we can take regular polygon as square, and for any more sides you can take any polygon, for example regular pentagon, regular hexagon. These are the figures, but you have to name any one. So it is better for you to write down equilateral triangle and circle as the two figures which are having both line symmetry and rotational symmetry. Or you can write circle and the square are the two figures which have both line symmetry and rotational symmetry. Now after that, you are having given question number 2. It is an activity based question. You have to make the cutouts of the particular figure and then you have to paste in your copy. And then you will see that what is the angle of rotation, what is the order of rotation. I have given you for all these. For square we are having order of rotation 4 and angle of rotation is 90 degree. You have to remember it also because this type of question may be asked in 1 marks question. For rectangle we are having order of rotation 2 and angle of rotation 100 degree. For parallelogram also order of rotation is 2 and angle of rotation is 180 degree. For equilateral triangle order of rotation is 3 and angle of rotation is 120 degree. For regular hexagon angle of rotation, order of rotation is 6 and angle of rotation is 60 degree. For circle it is infinite, but I have considered as 360 degree. Order of circle is infinite, you will not write 360, you will write infinite. And angle of rotation is any angle. Any angle we consider as an angle of rotation. For semicircle, you will write order of rotation 1 and angle of rotation is 360 degree. Now these are your symmetrical portion which you have to study and you will do your work and show it to me just now. Okay?